Hi everyone, this is Meg. Welcome back to my channel. Today what I have for you guys is a beauty haul, and it's all drugstore products that I've recently picked up in the past, I'd say about like month and a half. I've used a couple of these products already. Some of them were repurchases and others are new things I'm trying out. So I'll give you my first impression of them and whether I think they're worth the money or not. I do think that the drugstore has some great products. One of my favorite foundations, the Revlon Color Stay, is from there. So you can definitely find a lot of great products, but there are a bunch of ones that personally I wouldn't waste my money on. So I'm going to give you my opinion on these. Hopefully it'll help you guys out the next time you're at your local Walgreens or Target. Some of these I picked up at Target, some from Rite Aid, some from Walgreens, just kind of wherever I am. I always kind of go through the makeup section and see if there's anything new I want to try. And the first thing is this Maybelline Color Tattoo. It's a cream eyeshadow and it says it's 24 hours. It's really pretty. I have it on today underneath this eyeshadow look, and it's just a gorgeous champagne color. It's pretty similar to my YSL waterproof shadow that I always use in some of my, neutral looks. This is a fraction of the price. I want to say I picked this up at Walmart or Target for like $5 something. It was super inexpensive. This is number 70, barely branded. I also have this in like the taupey color that I've had for at least a year now. And I really like the formula, but every time I would go to the drugstore, I could never find the champagne color. It was always just like the white. So I am in love with this. It definitely holds your eyeshadows on. It's a beautiful color, and I definitely recommend using this as an eye base. I've been using it almost every day, and I really, really, really love it. So I definitely recommend that one. The next product I have is a repurchase of something that I tried for the first time probably a year and a half ago, or maybe 2 years ago when I lived in Washington, and it's the Revlon Photoready foundation. I bought this in shade 006 medium beige, and the reason I bought this in a tanner color than my normal color is so that I can mix it with my Revlon Color Stay. I find this to be too kind of dewy on its own, but I think it's gorgeous mixed with the Revlon Color Stay, and I think it's going to be perfect for the summertime. I have it on today mixed with my Color Stay, and I really do like the finish that it gives, but to wear this by itself with my skin, I don't like how it looks. So I really like this. I love how this has a pump. If you guys have never seen this, it does have a pump on it, which is really nice. So this I like so far. So the next product I have is by Physicians Formula, and it's so cute. I mean, with the little bow and the rose gold, really cute packaging. This was on more of the expensive side, I would say, for the drugstore, and it's called Nude Wear Touch of Glow in shade Nude Glow. And it's just this little twist up highlighter kind of underneath the eye concealing stick. It reminds me a lot of the Touche Eclat. It's not as radiant by any means as the Touche Eclat by YSL, but in a pinch this is like a really good quick under eye highlight. I have it on today. I think it did a really good job. It's not full coverage. I definitely wouldn't use this if you have really dark circles or you're going for kind of a perfect flawless looking face. This is good kind of everyday wear, and you just want to brighten up the under eye. So I really do like this a lot. I like how it's not super light so that, it's not kind of an over-the-top under eye highlight. I'm going to use it up. I don't know if I'd repurchase it, but it is nice, and it helps that it's really cute. Okay, so the next face product that I am trying right now from the drugstore is by Revlon, and it's called the Photoready Skinlights Face Illuminator. And it looks like this, and I have shade 100 Bare Light. And this is kind of, it has a little top like that. And it just gives a really pretty natural glow to the skin. What I do is, if you watch my last makeup tutorial, I use this. I put my foundation on first with my Beauty Blender, and then on the tip of my Beauty Blender, I kind of pat this in on the tops of my cheekbones. And it gives a really pretty subtle highlight, and then I just lightly dust my setting powder on top. In the summer, this I think would be really pretty mixed in with a full coverage foundation to kind of give it that luminous glow. But I really am liking it a lot so far. I think it's a really pretty color. They have a couple different shades. I know there's a pinker shade, and I think there might be 2 other shades. But I love this. I don't have anything like it. And I'm definitely going to repurchase this, and I think get a lot of use out of it in the summertime. Okay, so the next item I have is also a new purchase. I had to run into the dollar store, or like the Dollar General, the other day to grab paper cotton balls and something else really random, and I came across these eyelashes, and they were only $2. And they are the Broadway 57113 Flirty Lashes. So I'm going to give these a try. For $2, I figured, you know, why not? They're not very full, if you guys can see, but I think they're going to be really good for just a natural look to give you, you know, to give your lashes just a little bit more thickness. So on their own, they're not very dramatic, but I think they're going to be really pretty when you don't want, you know, a full-on, like, extreme lash. So these were $2 from the Dollar General, and I'm definitely going to give those a try and see what they look like. And then the next 3 items I have are repurchases. This is my all-time favorite eyelash glue, and it's by Duo, and I always get the black formula. I think it's really good, and you don't ever have to worry about it not matching your eyeliner. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's just eyelash glue. You can find this at Sally's Beauty, Ulta, you know, Target, Walmart, pretty much all of the drugstores and major, you know, stores like that carry this brand. I love it. I don't have sensitive eyes or anything like that, but it has never affected me or anybody I've ever used it on, and I really prefer the black over the clear. So I love that. The next one I have is my favorite mascara. I love the YSL mascara, but honestly, I'm not going to spend that much money on it. So this is great. It's only like $5 or something like that, and it's the L'Oreal Carbon Black Voluminous. I'm sure, you know, everybody and their mother has heard of this mascara, but I really do like it. Even on its own, it's my favorite mascara to use. But if you wear lashes, there's no point, I don't think, in investing in an expensive mascara when you're not even really going to see it. So this is perfect on its own. 2 coats of this and you'll have fuller lashes. But with false lashes, you can't tell. So I love this. I get the Carbon Black 335. And yeah, it's great. It's really good, super inexpensive. So I love that. Okay, so the last product I have to share with you guys is also a repurchase, and it's from Maybelline, New York, and it is their little brow definer. And it just kind of twists up and gives you a small little waxy kind of pencil that you can use to fill in your brows. I use this pencil a lot when I'm in a rush and I just want something really quick and I don't want to have to hunt for like the spoolie, the angled eyeshadow brush, all that stuff. I will just grab this and go, and it's super easy. I have it in 2 shades. I have it in dark blonde, and I also have it in, I think it's light brown or medium brown, whatever the next one up from the blonde is. If I don't want an intense brown, I just want to kind of fill in the sparse areas in the front, I'll go with the dark blonde, and it'll still kind of give me a shape, but it's not as bold as like the brow I have on now. So this I use a lot, even if I'm going to be like just running errands or something quick and I only am putting mascara and a little bit of bronzer on, I always fill in my eyebrows. So I think they make a huge difference, and if you're, you know, new to filling in your brows or you haven't ever done it before, I would definitely recommend trying something inexpensive like this before you go and spend a lot of money on, you know, brow products that you might not actually use. So I think this is great. It's also a good product if you're traveling and don't want to bring a lot of things with you. So it does have this little, you know, comb on the end, and it's not nearly as good as like an eyebrow spoolie, but it's nice to kind of have one product that you can just pull out quickly and do your brows really easily. So I really do like this. I love having it on hand. So that's all of my drugstore products that I've bought in the last kind of month and a half. Like I said, some of them I've loved for years and years and repurchase all the time, and some of them are new, and I definitely recommend these color tattoos. This color is perfect. The Barely Branded. You definitely want to have this one, and I am obsessed with this Revlon highlighter. Oh. I hope you guys like this haul. I'm really loving these products, and if you guys have any products that you would recommend, leave them down in the comments below. I would love to know what your guys' favorites are. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!